Your Country 1039 KGRT, Little Big Town and Boondocks.
Time now for your question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Markets of Las Cruces. Fresh produce, bread, meat, honey, food trucks, handmade art, music, and more. Every Saturday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., downtown Las Cruces.
That's right. It's time for our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. And it is Wednesday morning. Best time to get out there is on a Wednesday because, it's still cool right now, but before it warms up too much. And then on Saturday, great time. In fact, family's going to be in town. Oh, yeah, might end up taking them to the Farmers and Crafts Market this weekend. Well, let's go ahead and get to it because, as you know, the students are going to be coming in. That's right. Bloomberg Law says that college students may not spend as much time this year decorating their dorm rooms because of tariffs. Yeah, apparently the company says many college students started shopping for dorm room decorations in early July in hopes of getting some good deals. Many students are actually going to start moving into their dorm rooms this weekend and next weekend. I know next weekend, I believe, it's going to be there for the students over at NMSU. And I'll get my roommate here this weekend. He's coming into town to go ahead and get things set up that way. But it's an interesting thing, like when you first get to your dorm room or even your first apartment away from home, you finally get the freedom to decorate the way that you want to. And sometimes those decorative choices aren't necessarily the best, So I ask you this question. Do you know someone, or maybe it was you, who had a funny or strange decoration in their dorm rooms or maybe in their first apartment when they were away from home for that first time? Yeah, I can honestly tell you this. In my college days, I had a couple of roommates and worked with a great friend of mine to this day, Jason Gooderley. I think you guys knew him from many, many, many years ago. But we were roommates in college, and we had this great idea for decorating our apartment where we had this one wall that had absolutely nothing on it. And you think we put some nice artwork up there, maybe some shelves, knickknacks, different things right there? No. We decided to cut pictures out of all of the women that we had no shot at getting. That's right. It was called our unattainable wall because all of these women were basically unattainable. We had no shot on there at all. And this was back in the, mid to late 90s. So, had a lot of Shania, Faith, Terry Clark was in there too. And it was a talking point when people visited. For sure, it was a talking point. But anyway, that would be my interesting, I'm using my air quotes, decorations for my first apartment when I was in college. But what about you? Like I said, do you know someone, or maybe it was you, who had a funny or strange decoration in their dorm rooms or in their first apartments? Go ahead and let me know your answers. Call them in, text them in at 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. And as always, you can leave your comments on our social media pages because we are live on our Facebook and YouTube pages. Our question of the day brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. All right, all that is good and taken care of. So now we are exclusively on our social media pages. And I see there. Now, think back a little bit to like your college days or the first time that you moved away from home and you got that chance to decorate your own space, right? Do you know someone, or maybe it was you, who had some funny or very interesting or strange decorations in your home? I am really curious about these answers because I think Mom saw our unattainable wall, which is basically a wall with pictures of all the girls that we had no shot at getting. And then we acquired another roommate, Carrie, when she moved in, to put pictures of guys up there too. So very much all the people we had no shot at. I know, kind of negative, but still pretty cool. In my eyes, I think it was. But you let me know. Once again, let me know your answers for our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. Once again, call them in, text them in, leave your comments down below, and we'll see. Do you know someone, or perhaps it was yourself, who had some funny or strange decorations in their first place? Dorm rooms or first apartment away from home? Let me know your answers. In the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on in and around the world. NBC says Ozzy Osbourne's death was due to a heart attack. So, rest in peace, Ozzy. Also saw that apparently there's some toilet paper with Vladimir Putin's face is popping up in hotel rooms in the Ukraine. kind of deserve that one, I guess. Leonardo DiCaprio is in talks to join the cast of Heat 2. Do they need a Heat 2? That's my question right there. Also, Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce recently seen house hunting in Cleveland. Good for them. Also, speaking of Cleveland, an 18-foot Superman statue was unveiled in Cleveland's Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster Tribute Plaza. Of course, that statue honors the iconic hero and his legendary creators in their hometown. Never thought of Cleveland as being an analog to Metropolis, but no well. Also saw that Netflix is rebooting T.J. Hooker. Remember that one from the 80s? Yeah. It's going to be an action comedy film. And yes, William Shatner is talking about being involved in the film. So that would be cool. iPhone 17 says they got the release date set for September 9th. McDonald's has confirmed the true identity of Grimace. I think we talked about this earlier today. He's a taste bud. That's what Grimace is. He's a taste bud. So he's no longer just a big purple thing. He's a taste bud. Also, apparently there's a cottage cheese shortage out there because high-protein diets and social media influencers, dairy consultants attribute the increase in demand due to TikTok videos. Did not see a cottage cheese shortage coming in 2025. And Ben & Jerry's is introducing a new flavor called Chocolatey Orange Chunk. Now, I'm interested because I am a big fan of chocolate and orange flavors mixed together. You know, those chocolate orange candies or chocolates that you get around Christmas time. Love those things. Well, I do. It is true. Let's see. Just got a text message in, says, I was one of the lucky ones that didn't go to college. It doesn't have to be when you went to college. The first time you went away from home. You know, the first time that you were out and you had your own apartment, your own space that you could decorate yourself. I guess. And Mom just answered, said, yes, she remembers the unattainable wall. But yes, you know, the first time that you got a chance to decorate for yourself, it's like you don't have to put up those decorations or those pictures that your parents had up in there or your grandparents are there. This was your own place to put up, you know, Wayne's World pictures or, you know, your favorite band posters up in there or a very special prize that you won in a contest that is quite fragile or fragile. It's French. So I don't know. Those are your choices. When you first got out there, was there something that you put up there? And I know I have to ask this because I know that we've got some older people out there, just like myself, that were out there in the 70s and 80s and 90s. There's always some very interesting decorations that were out there. So yeah, just let me know. Do you know someone, perhaps yourself, perhaps a friend, that had a funny or strange decoration in their first apartments away from home, or even their dorm rooms if they were staying in the dorms? Because I know not everybody goes to college and not everybody goes and stays in the dorms. For instance, you know, my nephew is going to be coming down here to live with me. Boy, that's going to be fun. No, I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I really, really am. Just going to be a little bit weird for both of us, I think. Once again, let me know your answers for our question of the day. Do you know someone who had a funny or strange decoration in their dorm rooms or in their first apartments and houses away from home, where that first space that you got a chance to decorate yourself? Let me know your answers by calling them in, texting them, or just go ahead and leave your comments down below for our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces.